Oh, thank you. It's a kind of solution, isn't it? It's a bit of a solution because what I found was when I was doing that wall where the street cleaner came and cleaned over it, was when we went back to do that thing, we had a series of parents coming out saying, I get really choked on talking about this because it was so lovely. They were saying, my little 1-year-old said, we're so pleased that you've come back to do this. My little 1-year-old was like, what happened to the drawing? Where's it gone? You know, and you've come back and you've done it. And there were literally, 2 or 3 folks that came out. So I always work on the fact that if 2 or 3 people would say that, 10 people wanted to say it. And so
people do take ownership of this, of local graffiti works. I mean, people really do take ownership. The amount of times something's been buffed after staying up for such a long time.
Yeah.
People come up to you and go, oh, can you come back and do it? It's like, no, come on. It lasted for long enough, it's fine.
I had a piece in the Institute and have a dirt exhibition on it.
Right now,
And that road is the dirtiest road in actually Europe, evidently, because of the traffic.
how excited am I about this? Where is it?
Well,
Is it Houston?
I used to across from the station. Across from the
It's a
station.
dirt exhibition. It's a dirt exhibition, and there's a very nice surface that's dirty. Most I can see.
Wow.
Jane Ford would be great for it.
Bristol's really good for it. I've seen loads of stuff in Bristol that it's a little bit like Leeds in some ways. The way the city centres are. There's some massive old concrete things that have been there.
Is that where you're from, Nick?
I lived there for 30 years. I don't live there anymore now.
I like the thing about people taking ownership of graffiti that appears in their area. I had a really beautiful experience in Glastonbury town, where I turned up one year to Glastonbury Festival for the second year running. I thought I'll get there nice and early so I can get the graffiti in the festival before everyone else. But I got there too early and there were no walls yet, so I had nothing to paint apart from painting onto the grass, and I didn't want to poison the cows. So I just went into Glastonbury town and I did a big, huge mural on the side of a building there. And I'm aware that it's a sort of heritage town, and it's like not far from like places like Stonehenge, and I didn't really want to start the ball rolling and sort of get somebody tagging Glastonbury tour and sort of be responsible for starting that ball rolling. But I went and did it anyway, and usually I go around once a week, I clean graffiti off my graffiti. I spend more time cleaning graffiti off my graffiti than I do making graffiti. But Glastonbury's out of my loop, I live in East London. And I read actually in the newspaper that it had been tagged. And so I went up to Glastonbury, but by the time I got there, because there's somebody drawn a big willy on one of them, and the council had come along, they'd been okay about it, but they cleaned the whole thing off once it got a willy on it, because it was a big hairy one, it was really, really big. But while I was up there, I decided to go back, and I put the whole mural back, and then I went back home again, and then somebody drew another big willy on it. And by the time I got to Glastonbury to clean the willy off, so that the council would clean the whole thing off, somebody had cleaned the willy off.
Oh, right.
And it was like, oh right, I went into the shop where...
Should they even stand on their hands?
Oh no. I went into the shop next door. I said, what happened? Did somebody... She said, yeah, I think everybody, after the council cleaned it off the first time, I think everyone who liked it in Glastonbury's got a tub of yellow paint in the background. So it was like,
Wow.
it was like, wow, how honoured
Yeah.
I feel. That's like, like, and even in a small town like Glastonbury, it's like, it's not the hub of street art, but I was really impressed with.
That's amazing, really. It's a little sleepy town, isn't it?
Yeah, but they were like really on it. I mean, they were like more on it than like big cities. I was just like, I always talk about them in interviews. I'm like, big up Glastonbury. It's good.
Do you ever sort of try and protect it after you've done it? Is it ever occurred to you to...
No, it's just about getting a good picture of it. As soon as it's done.
You can wax it with car wax.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
We've chatted, yeah. We're kindred spirits. Yeah, definitely.
But there's a guy I was painting in Munich and managed to hook up with Sky Lumen from Dane. They're they're heroes of mine. I was stoked to be painting with them. But the council actually asked them to deal with problem areas. It's totally kind of ad hoc. I mean, it's not organised. No one would really admit that. This is in Munich, where they're hardcore Bavarian fascists. So they end up going, when he's curated this whole tunnel, by this Peace Angel sculpture, And the council come round after he's got the artists in, the curated panel, they spray the graffiti paint over what he's painted. So that if anyone comes up and tags it afterwards, he can come back and clean it off.
Yeah, that's what we did at Kilburn. We painted murals on both sides of the road.
So it protects from the wall.
Yeah.
But then that takes it out of the loop, that stops it being a spontaneous.
But the council paid for the graffiti paint, which I thought was really cool.
They do that here, but I don't really like it because it makes it kind of
Yeah,
colours it
yeah.
and it makes it permanent again.
But yeah, it makes it
Yeah.
permanent. It becomes like one of those really right-on, politically correct murals that the council sponsored in the 1980s that's got like a suspiciously diverse ethnic group and a kid in a wheelchair, and it's just a bit embarrassing for everyone.
They're actually under threat at the moment. There is actually a mural preservation society at the moment trying. You got the Peace mural in
The
Boston.
Peace,
It's
yeah,
absolutely stunning.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But there is a whole lot of really bland stuff like.
Hey, what are we talking about? Like, you can't start putting your subjective.
No, but I'm talking
because I
about.
can do that with your
No,
work as well.
This is about having variety. And I'm talking about like the same busker with the banjo outside your window every day of the year. It's like I want to. I don't think it's about preserve. Like as soon as you preserve something in time, it's like. I don't know yet. Some things have to be permanent, it's true.
There must be a temptation. I think photographs are art, but you have to capture something. So that's how you do it. It's the answer.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, if I knew someone was coming in a minute, you know, how do
That's
you...
why everyone always photographs.
Well,
That's
that's right.
That's why we've all got crappy midnight
And that's
photographs.
what
Yeah.
But that's what the worry is with the sort of Americanisation of British policing, because if they start to use these accelerated models, so you've got the photos, now they're going to sort of access your criminal damage, you know, I suppose it's where how you encrypt them and where you keep them.
That's how you mask your identity
That's right.
while you make those identities too close, please.
That's it, yeah.
I was going to say it's an interesting argument to have in a museum about kind of preservation of murals. We've just spent kind of months preserving 3 wall paintings from Bristol, some houses in Bristol, which are going into our new museum, and they are frescoes, so it's painting directly onto the wall. So it's kind of, and that's there from the 1800s or 1700s. It's kind of quite a nice place to have this discussion about what happens.
Preservation versus
preservation or
preservation.
or painting over.
But when we did the show in the museum, in the Rogaland Kunst Museum, which is very similar to your thing, we said we're not painting on any canvases, we're painting straight on the wall, and we whitewashed them out afterwards, and it was a massive stumbling block. There was no way we could go. It's like, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to put them on canvases and hang them on the wall, but because you're meant to conserve.
Yeah,
And that's a major kind of. But it's so cool. It made everybody. It basically got rid of our levelling of selling out because there was nothing permanent for the collection.
My girlfriend stopped painting because she didn't want to sell stuff. It just annoyed her. She's a performance artist. And I see your work like that because it's like.
Got nothing to sell at all.
That's right.
Actually.
It's
It's brilliant.
but given what you said about consumer goods and pollution, it has real integrity.
I think it's about there's preservation versus spontaneity, and I think that if you've got everything's preserved and got perspex in front of it, then it's like, where's the space for freedom of expression? It's like having piped music. It's just the
But
same thing.
sorry, I just want to say that I do agree about not preserving it, and the Banksy thing is, it's almost like a comedy now.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law is a redneck, he's a cab driver, and he queued up to see Banksy. It sort of captured the imagination. So I don't think we can put one view. There are many publics, Adam made that point this morning, there are many positions, but there is a political issue, which is why we've raised the seminars, is that should we do something? Should we organise as a community? And the point I've made is that it's not like against cleaning, but there's shed loads of money spent by the various councils on cleaning, and maybe we should make an argument that actually the sort of work that you talk about doing, the work that all of you talk about doing, is self-managing. And maybe this is a political
Yeah.
moment to do it. And it's whether, as a community, you want to, because we don't have to do
Well,
something.
it's about people themselves taking power, and I think the government sort of wants to have a hand in us being self-managing because it doesn't want to release that hand, because as soon as it does, then we might just think we can manage other areas of our life, and you'd say we don't need you actually. I think the government's trying to help us to be free, but it doesn't want to let go. It doesn't want to leave the room, you know.
They've got environmental street officers in parts of London who will stop graffiti artists doing graffiti, but also are paid, off the record to me, they said, to make sure that Banksy's pieces are kept nice and tidy. Just thought I'd throw that one into the mix because that drove me mental when they told me that.
Well, it is a platform. I mean, I went from being homeless in East London and selling, well, myself essentially at some point, to being, I've just had an opening in the West End in the space of 5 years and using graffiti as a platform. And I know there are plenty of people who are having that platform and being able to get out there. The gap between the street and getting to the gallery is enormous. And to get a foothold into a gallery, any gallery, like starting from, I started, my mate ran a cafe, she just said, oh, you should put some pictures on the walls, and I had a sell-out show. And it was just like, because of the graffiti that I was doing around the area was popular. And it was just like, yeah, it sort of becomes like, oh, I'm sort of putting up an advert, I suppose, you know, but it's like,
The trouble with the point that you raise is a good one, because even within our own community, there is a definite schism between street art and graffiti. Now, you don't need, as a street artist, when you put something up, you haven't only got to look after, you don't have to worry about the buffing guys, you've also got to worry about getting lined out, hanged over, fucked up, jammed.
Yeah, but that's...
that's the nature of the game. But there's a definite, I mean, you may line out someone that you've had a beef with from a previous thing, but you wouldn't line out someone that you respected.
Yeah.
Right. But then again, there's this whole schism within the graffiti street art world where they don't respect anyone in the street art world. It's
I know, but
so
that's bullshit. Because
it doesn't really bother me either way. Because
when I first started, we called ourselves street artists.
yeah, no,
Do you know what I mean? It's
to
like,
try and get away from.
yeah, but like the word graffiti is a negative connotation.
Yeah,
so we do anyway. But you know, it's like the thing is I still don't think there's any difference between graffiti and street art. But people like to make separation because there's been so many books in this country written about street art. Yeah, but they forget all of the other graffiti artists who actually have a street presence. Most of these other people are only
But why should we say they forgot? Why do they have the responsibility to talk about everything that's happening in the street?
Yeah.
Like, why? They can make a book about street art and they ignore graffiti.
Sorry.
They make a book about I don't know, baroque music and ignore neoclassical music.
Yeah.
I found there to be quite an honourable thing with graffiti. People have not copied my style at all. They in fact invited me to become an artist that I hadn't intended to be. Because when I first started doing that, I thought, right, it's legal graffiti. All you need is a sock and you can do that in front of a policeman. And I thought it would go on.
People that have stolen your work aren't police, I just need to know.
No, there are quite a lot of commercial firms that have stolen the technique.
There are, yeah, but
Not
artists,
that many.
artists haven't gone through, which has been really nice because
It's labour intensive.
Don't
You've got to
like
be a
it,
bit
yeah.
mad, haven't you? To
it's
get
not
all the
honestly.
equipment.
Stand there with a jet truck having a white spray, endless white spray, especially if you're in a river, you've just got an endless supply of paint or whatever your medium is. Dirt everywhere. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find places that people haven't graffitied. That's my constant search. I'm just looking for dirt all day long. People think I'm in such a look at the floor after time, sit with the gutters and the pavement.
It's great, but when you find a new surface, it's like, when I was at Glastonbury Festival, I had no bloody walls, but they put the hoardings up me. I was spraying, I've got car park marker paint, I was spraying onto the wet mud, and I just got like this sort of suspended, like,
We have